Attention passionate Washington Commanders fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Washington Commanders' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Washington Commanders fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS, and Washington Commanders FANS. Let's get to the news. So the NFL rumor mill is buzzing with some serious whispers about a potential blockbuster trade that could shake up the NFC East, and not just for this season, but for years to come. We're talking about the Dallas Cowboys and their star receiver CeeDee Lamb. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Hey, is Lamb a key piece for the Cowboys? And you're right. But in the NFL, the business side often takes precedence, especially when teams are looking to rebuild or reshape their rosters for the future. And according to some insiders, the Cowboys are exploring a trade that could send Lamb to the Washington Commanders, a move that would be nothing short of seismic for the division. The Cowboys, currently sitting at 6-1 and struggling with inconsistency, are reportedly looking to move Lamb in exchange for a first-round pick in 2026 and a third-rounder in 2027. The motivation? Well, it's a mix of cap space concerns. Around $21 million they want to free up for the offensive line and a broader rebuild, and a desire to recoup some draft capital after some costly trades that weaken their attack. Over the past few seasons, Dallas has made aggressive moves by trading away some of their high-priced WRs, which has often hurt their offensive rhythm and overall attack. Now they're probably thinking, if we can get a first-rounder and a third, that could help us build a more balanced team, especially on the line, and maybe reset our cap for 2025 and beyond. CeeDee Lamb, folks, is an elite separator. The numbers don't lie. Over his career, he's hauled in 553 receptions, amassed over 70 yards, and scored 40 touchdowns. He's got a 13.0 yards per reception average, which shows how explosive he is downfield. In 2025, with just 10 games under his belt, he's already recorded 57 catches for 865 yards and 3 touchdowns, with an impressive 15.2 yards per catch average. Despite battling some injuries, Lamb has maintained a strong PFF grade of 78.2 overall, and his EPA per target stands at plus 0.30, indicating he's consistently making positive plays when targeted. What's even more eye-opening is his YAC, over 400 yards, showing how dangerous he is after the catch. And he does all that without dropping major passes, even with the injuries he's dealt with. Now, if Lamb were to land in Washington, it could lead to a complete overhaul of their passing game. The Commanders, currently sitting at 3-10 and struggling with an offense that's averaging just 22 points per game, could see a huge transformation. Imagine a WR core that features Lamb, an absolute game changer, running routes that beat defenses consistently. Projections suggest he could rack up around 200 yards in Washington, which would be a massive boost over their current production. His yards per route run would jump by over 2 yards compared to their current WRs, opening up mismatches all over the field. That kind of threat would force defenses to adjust, giving the Commanders a serious shot at elevating their entire offense. The numbers speak volumes. With Lamb, the Commanders could see an increase of about 18% in EPA per play with their quarterback, Sam Howell, and offensive coordinator, Eric Bieniemy. That's a significant jump, especially considering how much this offense has struggled with consistency and explosiveness. Lamb's ability to make big plays would open up the field, creating more space for the running game and for other receivers to operate. And crucially, his presence would help reduce dropped passes, a problem that has plagued the team at times this season. It's no exaggeration to say that Lamb could be the catalyst that transforms Washington into a legitimate playoff contender or even a potential Super Bowl threat. And speaking of the playoffs, the odds are starting to shift. Right now, the Commanders are sitting at plus 25-0 to win the Super Bowl, which is almost a long shot for most. But if you add a player like Lamb into the mix, those odds could plummet to around plus 7-0. He's the kind of X-factor that can turn division rivals like the Eagles or Cowboys inside out in high-stakes games. His ability to dominate in the red zone, to turn close games into wins, and to be a reliable target in clutch moments makes him a potential game-changer for Washington's Super Bowl aspirations. If this trade happens, it wouldn't just be a win for the current season. It could be the start of a new era for the franchise, one where the Commanders are built around explosive playmakers and a tough, versatile offense. Now, let's talk a little about what this means for the NFC East. The division has been a roller coaster this season, with the Eagles leading the way, the Cowboys trying to find consistency, and the Commanders still fighting for respect. Adding Lamb to Washington's roster would be like handing them a secret weapon. It would force opponents to double-team him, freeing up space for Terry McLaurin and others, and ultimately making the Commanders a more balanced and dangerous team. It could also provide the spark needed to finally push past divisional rivals and make a deep playoff run. For the NFC East, a division that's already known for its tough defenses and competitive spirit, having a receiver of Lamb's caliber would elevate the entire division's profile. But of course, nothing is certain in the NFL until the trade is official. Rumors swirl, analysts debate, and fans like us get excited about the possibility of such a bold move. The Cowboys could decide to hold on to Lamb if they believe they can still make a playoff push, or they might prefer to trade him now and rebuild for the future. The Commanders, on the other hand, are known for their aggressive approach when it comes to acquiring talent. Just ask about their past moves with Chase Young or the recent trade for Montez Sweat. Adding Lamb would be a statement that they're all in on contending sooner rather than later. So, what does this all mean for Washington fans? Well, it's an exciting time. We're witnessing the potential reshaping of a team that's been trying to find its identity for years. With a young quarterback like Howell developing and a defense that's showing promise, the addition of a premier receiver like Lamb could be the missing piece to elevate the Commanders into serious Super Bowl contenders. We've seen flashes this season, games where Howell's arm and McLaurin's speed keep us in the fight. But with Lamb, those flashes could turn into a blazing fire that lights up the entire league. In the end, it's all about the future. The NFC East is getting more competitive, and this trade rumor is exactly the kind of move that could tip the scales. If Washington manages to pull it off, they'd be sending a clear message. They're not just content with being a playoff team, they want to be champions. The road to Super Bowl glory is never easy, but with the right pieces in place, anything is possible. And right now, the idea of adding CeeDee Lamb to this roster sparks hope among fans that brighter days are ahead. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Washington Commanders news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. So to wrap this all up, the potential trade of CeeDee Lamb to the Washington Commanders isn't just a rumor. It's a game changer waiting to happen. It could redefine how the team approaches the rest of this season and beyond. Lamb's talent, combined with the right coaching and team effort, could propel the Commanders into a new stratosphere, one where Super Bowl dreams become reality. The NFC East might never be the same, and Washington fans should be getting excited about what could be the start of a new chapter, one filled with explosive offense, clutch plays, and the kind of success we've all been waiting for. So buckle up, Commanders Nation. The next few weeks could be historic, and I can't wait to see how this story unfolds. And now, Washington Commanders fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and the Washington Commanders. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Washington Commanders news.